Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to start your very own digital marketing agency with no money, with no experience, and without investing in some sort of $1,000 course. In fact, you guys don't need any courses to get started building your own agency, making anywhere from, $500, $1,000 to $10,000 a month. I'm going to teach you guys step by step how it's done from beginning to getting right into profitability in a very short period of time. I don't have any courses to sell you or any boot camps or anything like that. All I ask here is that you guys like, subscribe, and comment the word checklist. And I'm actually going to give you access to all of the tools on how to get started, including a step-by-step guide on everything you would need to begin, including a list of 400 AI tools. Now, that seems like a lot. No, I don't use them all every day. It's a very comprehensive list on everything you need, from text to image, how to create those fun Sasquatch videos you've been seeing, to you name it. It's a really comprehensive list of all of those things that you guys can go and explore. But I'll give you access to all of that. And now, really excited to announce, of course, I'm going to give you access to our exclusive Discord community as well. So you can associate with other entrepreneurs and get started on a fantastic journey with support, even talking directly to me in that community. So without further ado, we're going to get started right here. Now, everybody's excited about the world of AI. And one of the things that, if you're paying attention, you should be concerned. They say that AI, by 2030, will displace 92 million jobs, period, across the board. And I don't think a lot of industries are safe, kind of going for everywhere. However, there are a few industries that are safe. Things like AI could tell you how to do a lot of things. They could give you a lot of great recipes. At this point, they're not going to replace great chefs, thankfully for me. They're also not going to replace your plumbers, your electricians, your HVAC techs, your pool service guys. They're not going to replace your home services, your salon, your estheticians. All of these, what we would think is cottage industries grown into small businesses, they're not going to replace that with AI. Now, they may come up with some clever ideas on how to do it later in the future, but for now, that's not going to happen. How do you make yourself AI-proof? That's actually a really simple answer. I do that by providing simple services to local businesses utilizing one simple tool, and that is GoHighLevel. Now, you guys have heard me talk about GoHighLevel in the past, and it's actually such a great tool. I think of it as my small business Swiss Army knife, right? It has every tool you can possibly imagine to fit any type of solution across the board for a multitude of businesses. And in fact, what's very exciting right now, they've rolled out 2 fantastic AI tools so far this summer, with 8 more to come. You guys will have complete access to it. And if you follow my link and you go to the Gorilla AI Tools link that I provide for you, I'm going to give you access to that checklist and the step-by-step process on how to get started doing this. Plus, I'm going to give you your first 14-day trial absolutely free to GoHighLevel. So right out of the gate, if you follow the principles that I'm giving you, and you follow the steps, you can not only get started, but you can even acquire your first customer, maybe 2, maybe even 3, before you have the cost of any of these tools, period. It's phenomenal. It's actually very cost effective and the cheapest way to start a highly profitable business, because everything you're doing, you're not selling a product. You're not building widgets. You're not doing any sort of a physical item that requires capital outlay. It's not drop shipping. It's not Amazon FBA. You're not investing in products to buy at wholesale and sell at retail. What you're doing is providing solutions using digital products. So that means every bit of the profit is 100% yours. Digital products, very simple to set up, easy to maintain, and at a high profit margin. One of my favorite tools that's so simple, guys, is this, and it's called Missed Call Text Back. If you've ever called any business, whether it be on Yelp or through Google search or anything at all, and you click on the phone number, if you call that number and someone doesn't answer, do you wait for them to call you back? Or do you just say, next, and you just move on? That's what I've done. If you're calling a plumber, an electrician, let's say a roofing company, if you're having an emergency, you want someone to answer the phone right away. Am I wrong? Probably not. You want someone to answer right away. And with missed call text back, let's say you call a business during normal business hours, someone doesn't pick up, missed call text back will then immediately send a message that says, hey, This is, you decide, I saw that you called. I missed your call. How can I help? That will come through immediately before you have the opportunity to then go to the next business. And you'll have a chance to either call them back or communicate via text or even through one of my favorite tools, which is called Conversation AI. It's an AI bot that can be trained specifically on that business to not just answer critical questions, to answer your typical FAQs, but it can also book appointments to get technicians out right away. It can put things on your calendar immediately for callback, and it can capture that potential customer's contact information and bring it into what we call a workflow or a nurturing funnel to then stay in touch with them all the way through the service process and all the way through to gathering those important reviews and following up with them in the future for retention of that customer. I know that's a lot of concepts. I know it's a lot of things all at once. It's actually really simple, and I'm willing to help you go step by step to do this. Missed call text back has a tremendous value. And in fact, I found a tool. It's not mine, but I'm going to share it with you right now. Right here. It's a great tool that I found online. I don't know who built this exactly, but it's the ROI missed call text back ROI calculator. The average client, let's just say it's an HVAC company, and the average cost is $5,000 plus. I mean, if you need to replace your AC, if any of you have ever done that, you know it can run $10,000 to $15,000. It can be very, very expensive. Even a service call can be in terms of $300 to $1,000 even for that. But let's say your average client value is a $5,000 sale for that someone to come out there. Missed calls per week. Now, every business has missed calls. And if they have a way to measure it, it's even better. But let's just say on average that they miss 10 calls per week. Super low, guys. They miss more than 2 calls a day. But let's just say that they had 10. Average close rate, we're going to call it 5%. They calculate that ROI. They're leaving over $2,000 a month on the table. And what we charge, coincidentally, right about the same as these guys, $297 a month to set someone up for these basic type of services. That's a return on investment of 741%. Plus, it actually generates reporting to show the number of engagements, the number of connections that people have made, and to show those contacts coming in the door. It's measurable. And as one of my great mentors told me a long time ago, he said, if we can measure it, we can improve it. This is something where you won't have any trouble establishing your value with a local business when you increase their bottom line by 741%. Providing a service like missed call text back is immensely powerful. But on top of that, you can actually provide them with things like Conversation AI gives you the opportunity to create an AI agent, an AI employee that never calls in sick, that never just doesn't show up for work, never gets injured and files workman's comp, never takes vacations, never takes coffee breaks, never hangs out and just BS's by the water cooler, doesn't cause any potential harassment claims, doesn't cause any issues, and works 24/7. Pretty amazing. Here's another really cool thing. GoHighLevel is teamed up with ElevenLabs, and you guys have heard me talk about ElevenLabs in the past. ElevenLabs actually is the #1 text-to-voice tool in the world. The most seamless, beautiful narration voices. We use them for Conversation AI. You can use them for anything you want. You can use them to narrate your ebook. You can use it for any type of thing out there, but it's a fantastic tool to use. Well, ElevenLabs is now integrated into GoHighLevel in terms of utilizing the voices. And with this one, I chose to create Jessica, my bot there, and we trained her utilizing not only crawling my website, but also I gave her specific goals. She was there to answer questions for the callers, to talk to them about everything that the business does, but she also can book appointments for people to talk to me about whatever type of services their small business may need. Now, I programmed her and actually put her right here onto my website. Call me now. So if you guys go to Gorilla AI Solutions and you want to click on this button, you can actually see Jessica in action. Jessica, my AI agent, is there 24/7 to help. And you guys can create something similar and to provide it to any local business at all. Now, here's another really cool thing. A lot of great businesses out there may have websites, but what they don't have is this. That is also an AI agent that can be a chatbot and can then answer questions as well based on the FAQs, based on anything at all from any element of your business. If you're talking in terms of, okay, what kind of money can you make? Everybody sets their pricing a little bit differently, but for me, I wanted to illustrate average pricing. And so I created 3 basic plans that you guys can see right here for $297 a month, $597, $1197. It doesn't necessarily mean what you have to charge people, but this is what the average cost for some of these solutions are. And of course, there's a suite of different things that I do for people, including their websites, their Google My Business profile setups, all of that sort of stuff. But those are everything that you can actually provide inside of GoHighLevel. In fact, people pay lots of money for separate a la carte services all the time. Things like BirdEye for Google My Business reviews. That type of a service can cost $200, $300, even more per month. And you can offer somebody an entire suite, everything from CRM to AI agents to workflows, newsletters, websites, you name it. You can provide a multitude of solutions to people and collect a nice monthly billing fee on top of an initial setup fee as well. So you might say, Jeremy, that's really cool. I'd like to do those sorts of things and set businesses up, but I don't even know who to talk to. I don't even know who to approach. Utilizing the power of AI, I'm going to help you identify your target market, and I'm going to show you how you then not only find the type of businesses, but also get their contact information and how you're going to make your initial approach. Now, ChatGPT has just done something amazing. Always seeing massive innovation in the world of AI. But this is a game changer. Not even joking. Right here inside of your ChatGPT. Now, you have to have the regular paid version for this to really work. Okay, guys? So right here, you're going to do the drop down and you're going to select Agent Mode. Now, Agent Mode is going to supercharge the power of your ChatGPT. What I did with my Agent Mode, it's not just, hey, book a Mexico City birthday trip on OpenTable. It can literally connect to different tabs. It can run different tasks. It can do all sorts of things for you. What I did is I actually asked my ChatGPT, I said, I need help to find out what sort of local businesses could benefit most from SaaS solutions, and then we're going to work on our strategy together. I asked it, I said, I want to identify 3 different types of businesses that would benefit most from AI integration, streamlining their processes, and also who would benefit most from the services offered inside of GoHighLevel. It had to find out more about GoHighLevel. So what did it do? It went out and figured it all out. It went out and looked at every single type of thing that GoHighLevel does and then tied it to the top industries that would benefit most from those suite of tools. It identified restaurants and hospitality, cafes, food trucks. A lot of these places are getting better at their social media, but guess what? Restaurants are really great at making food. They're not always great at their own social media. They're also not great at maybe AI. They understand the need for AI, and literally everyone from 5-year-olds all the way up to 90-year-olds are now talking about AI. A lot of businesses are really good at what they do, but they don't have time to level up their business to be current with what's going on in the world of AI. Restaurants, cafes, food trucks, and then real estate agencies, property managers, these guys are my wheelhouse because I'm also in the mortgage industry and have been for over 23 years. Been a long time. Also, marketing agencies, consultants, small businesses like law practices, and of course, home service contractors, like I mentioned. Your electricians, your plumbers, your HVAC guys, your landscapers, all of these businesses that AI is not going to make obsolete. That is the way that you make yourself AI-proof, for lack of a better term. Seems funny, right? You're going to learn and harness the capabilities of AI to make yourself AI-proof. It actually makes sense. Your electrician is great at being an electrician, probably not real great at social media, and that's where you come in. So what I did is it analyzed and it found the top 3 industries for me, and then it gave me a summary of why GoHighLevel services are so good. Then I said, now help me find 10 local home service companies that don't currently have a website. And then I want you to craft me a cold email script that I can send them personally. Now it's going to show us who they are, how to locate them, and how to make our pitch. And sure enough, it sure did. Local home services based, in the Santan Valley, Queen Creek area without a website. What it did is it scoured the web. It went through Facebook. It went through the BBB's website. It went through Yelp. It went through everything you can imagine. Local yellow pages, all across everywhere that it possibly could, to find different businesses in my local area who didn't currently have a website listed anywhere. It found them. Housekeeping company, another house cleaning, a plumber, another plumber, a restoration company, an investment company. I don't know all of what they do. Pool care, handyman, tree services, 2 tree service guys. I bet they're really good at working with trees, probably not really great at their online presence. Obviously, if they don't have a website. This is just one simple thing. I could have queried and said, show me the top 10 businesses in my area that have websites but don't have a chatbot. And it could have extracted that data as well. And this is it. It gave me a cold email template with everything that you could possibly want, including the ability to throw in your own personal contact information. And then if I really wanted to, I said, now please put all of those businesses into a Google Sheet for easy import into GoHighLevel. Now, I didn't connect my Google account to this because reasons I don't want to do it on the screen, but instead it actually put it into a CSV format for me, right into Excel, that I can then throw into my HighLevel, and guess what? I can just put it into a workflow and sit back and let it work. It can then do all of that cold outreach for me to each one of those businesses. And it can even follow up with them. And it can even do SMS to each one of those phone numbers that's there. Assuming they hear mobile numbers, they'll also get a text from me, all while I'm sleeping, and it'll measure their responses. And critically, if someone decides to opt out of text communications, it will also do that and keep them out of your workflow to keep you out of trouble with people on the DNC list and so on. Not only is it really simple to learn just some basic services and tools that you can offer to local businesses, but it also makes it really simple for you to target those potential customers and to do all of your outreach. Guys, you can get started doing this absolutely free. You don't even have to do it alone. There's some people who actually team up with their spouse or with their friends to do this as a part-time thing, to eventually make $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, even up to $10,000 or more a month on revolving monthly billing. This is what I like to call the Ron Popeil set it and forget it method. Because once you set up these services and you've done a great job, as you always should, you're providing the company with measurables to show your real value on a monthly basis, probably saving them a bunch of money from what they typically spend on all these little a la carte things. You can provide a comprehensive solution. And guess what, guys? It requires very little maintenance month to month for any of these clients. And you can do it from anywhere in the world. I could take my laptop and sit on a beach and be equally as effective as I am right here in studio. So exciting and fun stuff. All I want you guys to do is subscribe and comment the word checklist. I'm going to send you access to everything, including access now to our Discord community. I want to invite you there to connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs who are working in this space every day. You have the chance to connect directly with me, even, and ask questions. And everyone who's there is there to help. So I just want to thank you guys for watching the video. It's been a blast. I got more fun stuff coming up for you, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, Jeremy Scott. Over and out. Bye-bye.